If you've ever tried to use GoHighLevel for analytics, then you know how frustrating that can be. I'm making this video to explain what I've learned about GoHighLevel and doing business analytics in GoHighLevel over the past couple months. And it's been a painful process to learn all of this. So please do me a favor and share the video with everybody you know who uses GoHighLevel who might benefit from this information. But anyway, as you probably already know, the biggest problem with using GoHighLevel for your business when it comes to analytics is that there's not a great way to combine data across multiple sub-accounts. Analytics is pretty good within each sub-account. You can see a lot of important metrics like how long it's taking for your reps to reach out to clients, how long it's taking to close, the percentage of leads closing, and the percentage drop off between each of your pipeline stages. But if you want to view this information on an aggregate level, meaning you're combining data from multiple different sub-accounts, then good luck. There's no great way to do this within the GoHighLevel platform itself. And the second biggest problem with trying to do your analytics within GoHighLevel is that there's not a great way to attribute market spend to different lead sources. And I found that when people try and do this, they can set up all of the different lead sources within GoHighLevel and then export the marketing spend data from Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever they spend money on ads. And this works okay. It does take some work, but what ends up happening, I've found, is that you want to go even more granular than what you've set up in GoHighLevel. And there's no way to do that without having someone go back through all of your leads and updating all of the attribution with the more granular lead source. For example, which specific ad did they come from and what time of day was that ad served to them? In addition to these two main problems, there are also a lot of smaller problems, but I found that these two are the biggest issues that people run into when they're trying to get a clear view on their business metrics using the GoHighLevel platform. And so in working with clients like this, what I found is the best thing to do is to pull all of your data out of GoHighLevel for all sub-accounts and put it in one place that you can analyze it and build reporting off of. And so for most of my clients using GoHighLevel, what I found the best solution to be is to first build data pipelines from GoHighLevel from all of your different sub-accounts into one single spot and link it so that you always have the most up-to-date data available in your data warehouse. And then once you have it all in one place, it's a lot easier to combine that with your marketing data and create a couple different dashboards that are going to make a huge difference, not only when it comes to operating your teams, but also when it comes to getting the lowest possible customer acquisition costs that you're able to. So once I help clients get all of their data piped out of GoHighLevel on a consistent basis, I'll usually build them 3 dashboards. The first of these dashboards is a pipeline tracking dashboard where they can see metrics that they're used to seeing within each sub-account but aggregated across all different sub-accounts. And maybe they have a team that manages a small handful of sub-accounts while they have another team that handles the rest. And this dashboard gives them the ability to filter around and see their entire team performance, to see individual sales agent performance, and in general have a much better view of how long it's taking for their leads to go from different pipeline stages and how long it's taking them to close. Needless to say, having this dashboard really makes a big difference when it comes to managing and monitoring your teams and keeping tabs on the most important performance metrics. And now the second dashboard that I'll usually build for clients once they have all this data in the data warehouse is a marketing attribution dashboard. And similar to what I was mentioning earlier, having all of your marketing spend data like Facebook, for example, gives you the ability to trace leads back to the specific ads, geography, time of day, age, a lot of different ways that you can attribute your leads and close deals. And so what this will do, it'll show you on a very micro, very granular scale which ads are performing the best when it comes to closing you deals. And with this dashboard, you will actually be able to see which ads are driving the most revenue for your business. I had one client that I built this dashboard for, and in just about 3 weeks, they had lowered their cost to acquire a new customer by 60%. So this dashboard is really a big deal if you're using GoHighLevel and at the same time spending a lot of money on ads. And the third dashboard that I usually build for most GoHighLevel businesses is a specific team performance dashboard. And this dashboard has all of their employees listed along with the important performance metrics and how each one is performing within a time range that they can select at the top. And this is how they can identify dips in performance, or maybe when an employee is going above and beyond in their job. But having this dashboard gives way more visibility into how your team is actually doing, instead of having to rely on how you think they're doing based on your interactions with them and maybe one basic metric like how many deals they've closed this month and how many outreaches they've had. And having these 3 dashboards will really make a huge difference if you're a GoHighLevel user that has multiple sub-accounts. And looking back on it, this seems pretty simple in theory, but when I did it the first time, it took me a really long time to figure out the implementation and how to use the API properly. And that's why I'm filming this video, because it took me a really long time to figure all of this out on my own. If you're somebody who doesn't want to figure out how to implement this by yourself, then I'd be happy to connect with you and see how I can help you out.